Good afternoon, everybody. Let's look at Ruth chapter 4, verse 15, then Matthew 16:1, and then Luke 11 and 12. So let's begin with Ruth 4:15, and we're going to just look at the first part of it. May he be to you a restorer of life and a nourisher of your old age. For your daughter-in-law, who loves you, is better to you than 7 sons, has borne him. In the context of this, the women of this city that Naomi has lived in is blessing her with this child that Ruth bore to Boaz. I would encourage you, if you haven't read the book of Ruth, to read the book of Ruth today. And this is at the end of the chapter, and the women of the city that are friends and family of Naomi and Ruth are blessing Ruth or Naomi with this verse. And may he be to you a restorer of life and a nourisher of your old age. There's someone that's going through something specific that the Lord wants to tell you, that the intention of that situation is to restore you to life, restore your life, and nourish you. You may not look at that situation and never really thought about the situation as such, but God wants you to pay attention to what He's doing. He wants to use the circumstance that you are in to restore life back into you. That's the reason why it's happening. He wants to use the circumstance that you are going through to nourish you. Don't be like we see in Matthew chapter 16, verse 1. It says, Then the Pharisees and the Sadducees came, and testing him, Jesus, asked that he, Jesus, would show them a sign from heaven. There is a restorer of life and a nourishing factor from God right in your life. And you are too busy looking for a sign from heaven. That's what the Lord is saying in this prophetic word. In this prophetic word, in this verse in Ruth, the baby was used by God to restore life to Naomi and nourish her in her old age. What is it that's in your life right now that you're ignoring? That you're too busy asking God for a sign from heaven, and He says you're not paying attention to what is in front of you. That's the reason why I'm not giving you the sign from heaven, because I've already answered your prayer. It's right in front of you. Luke chapter 11, verse 11 and 12, If a son asks for bread from any father among you, will he give him a stone? Or if he asks for a fish, will he give him a serpent instead of a fish? Or if he asks for an egg, will he offer him a scorpion? Don't be tempted with the fact that because the sign from heaven is not happening, that God is just playing games with you. That is a lie from the enemy. If a son asks for bread from any father among you, will he give him a stone? Of course not. He'll give him bread. If he asks the father for a fish, will he give him a serpent instead of a fish? Of course not. He'll give him fish. Or if he asks for an egg, will he offer him a scorpion? Of course not. He'll give him an egg. You're missing out on the point that there's bread, there's fish, and there's egg right in front of you. And you're praying for a sign from heaven. And God's provision, His purpose to restore your life and bring nourishment to your life as well, is right in front of you. God bless you. Have a great day.